Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting in 5 minutes, or just under 5 minutes. So kindly tell or inform your teams, your friends, your staff members, your colleagues to log on now so we can crack on. We don't want them to miss anything. This is going to be a phenomenal session, a great masterclass. We look forward to engaging with all of you and to get your feedback as to how this is going to help you. So put your comments in the chat box. Just let us know that you're excited to be here. What are you looking to take out of this training or this masterclass, I should say? And perhaps which country you're in. Where are you? Which country are you logging in from? Yeah, so I think we're good to go. 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 How you doing, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? I want to see some faces as well today. I want to see some faces. I know your screens look really beautiful. Oh, there you go. Oh, there's another face. Oh, that's great. The brave ones. You don't have to be brave. This is AI. This is AI. This is AI. You know, I am AI. Come on, come on, show your face, show your face, show your face, show your face. And I might even ask our CEO at some point to give some special gifts to everybody that's on the screen. So hey, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. But listen, thank you very much for being here, all of you. This is a tremendous opportunity for everyone that's on the call, but especially for us as Vision Africa. We're really privileged. We have some incredible people on the call. We have a few people that are still logging in, and we're going to have a really great time together for the next hour and a bit that we're going to be together. The plan today really is to maybe confirm some of the information you already have about AI and about what part of it is going to be perhaps inspired or driven by your involvement with Vision Africa AI. We also want to appeal to those people who this is the first time ever that you actually interact with AI, or you interact with a group that's focused on introducing these tools and this incredible technology into your market. This might be the first time, and for some of you, you're already experts. You know how to do this. So we have a combination of all types of different people, from students to CEOs of companies to big people in leadership in various roles. So all of you are really important, and all of you obviously we're looking forward to engage with you and to try and give you an idea as to how this is going to simplify your business, your personal life, how it's going to improve things. I think I was talking to Mr. Thomas earlier. We had a meeting, and I was talking about change, and we say change is expensive. And also change is scary. You know, when you start hearing people saying you want to change something, you say, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to change something." You know, it's always easy to continue doing the same thing. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. It's very easy to hear about something like this and you go, "This is great, this is great." The question is, are you going to take the right steps to start driving your business, driving the activities in your life, using tools that can simplify things that can give you more time, give you more money, give you more access, give you more scalability in terms of the business and all different facets of your life. So that said, you know, we have Vision Africa, and really, I wanted to just maybe, I don't know if some of the board members are here, if chairman is here, I've seen CEO is here. We have a special guest in the house, Mr. Cliff Thomas. I'm going to introduce him in a second. We have our service providers and our partners. We have, I think I have seen Setolu. Where are you? I think Setolu is on the call, and she's got some special guests as well that she's going to be introducing to the group. But today is not about us as a board or as a company. It's about you giving up your time to be here to kind of learn, you know, what is this? You know, how do I actually benefit from this? You know, and I want you to be really selfish about it. Listen for yourself. Don't listen for the company. Listen so you can actually satisfy some of the curiosity, but also satisfy some of the needs, the gaps that you need to plug to be able to start to function in this evolution of AI or technology, if you like, just to kind of maybe generalize it. So on the agenda today, we have a very special gentleman that's going to be leading us in the masterclass, Mr. Modi. He's going to come on in a second. I also want you to really feel free to put any questions, any comments, anything that confuses you. There's nothing like what do I call it? A silly question. You know, the only silly question is one that you won't ask. You know, so ask. You know, just embarrass yourself, because believe me when I tell you, not all of us know everything. And in fact, I don't think any of us knows everything about AI, because as soon as we started this meeting, something changed in the space of AI. Something changed about 5 minutes ago. So don't worry. We don't need to understand that you're an expert. We just need to understand that we need to actually find a way to help you, you know, perform better in your business. So we're going to talk about a couple of things, but I wanted to introduce, is Dr. James on the call? Because otherwise we get in trouble.
Dunstan, I'm very much on the call. Thank you.
Yes, yes. We can hear your voice, so we just want to welcome you, because I'm told it's unacceptable to not introduce the chairman in any forum. If you're here, we want people to know you're here. So I'm glad to know you're here. So congratulations on the work you're doing with Vision Africa AI. The whole team is performing really well under your leadership. So keep doing the work that you're doing. And then I think there's some board members here, but we're not going to go into the specifics of each person. I think I saw Mr. Mulondo all the way from Dubai, our founder and director in Vision Africa AI, together with a few other people, with Dr. James. They started this incredible movement. So I don't know if Mr. Mulondo is on the call, but I think I saw your name somewhere. So if you're there, just say hello, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I see Mr. Okrut, Julius Okrut, board member as well. I'm just picking on names because everybody's hiding behind their screens. I've seen our CEO. He was hiding behind the screen, and he came up and then he went back again. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's me and Mr. Thomas. Right, before we bring on Mr. Modi, Setolu, are you there? Where are you, Setolu? Where is Setolu? Setolu, are you there? Setolu? Is Setolu here? Before you come on, Mr. Modi, I know Mr. Modi is eager. He's like, I'm the handsome one here. No. I want to see Madame Setolu first. and then I'll come to you. So welcome to this masterclass, Setolu. And again, thank you so much for the work that you do with GSDC in conjunction with our partnership. And I just wanted you have some special people. You have GSDC advisory board members or a member. I'm not sure how many on the call. So it'd be good to kind of just for them to say hi, and then we can crack on with the event. Over to you, Tetolu.
Yes, thank you, Danston. It's really an honoring time for us to be
Yes,
here,
yes,
and it's wonderful that we could, again collaborate for another session of this with Vision Africa. So right now, well, my name is Setole, as Danston has mentioned, and I'm the GSDC Partnership Channel Manager. So we have been working with Vision Africa to introduce these sessions, and it's going very successfully. I'm very happy that we could bring this on forward for all these people.
yes,
Um, right now on the stage, I have with me Mr. Akshad Modi, who is our SME, our subject matter expert, and he is also a principal AI architect at GSDC. So I just want to, last session as well, we had a quick run with Mr. Modi,
yes,
and I believe some of the people who are already here had
yes,
joined the last session as well. So you already know the experience, the expertise that he brought towards introducing you to generative AI. So
yes.
today he will be introducing more practical insights on prompt engineering and insights into how to unlock smarter, faster results from AI tools. So through his extensive experience, we are honored that he could join us. He could make time and help the professionals leverage this AI more strategically and effectively. So I right now I do have one of my colleagues, Simran, on the call as well, but she won't be coming on camera for now. But maybe on
Okay,
the next session we'll do that. But Simran
okay,
is working together with me for this partnership that we have. Okay, so yeah, Dunstan, I believe that's all about
very good,
our role here. If you want to
very good.
proceed with Akshit, we can move forward with it.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Satalu. This is really great. And that what I love is the way you've sort of blended into this community. You're a very smart lady, and your company is very intelligent to do this because Africa is the only frontier. This is the best market to be in the world, to be able to champion these initiatives and to work with GSDC is a breeze for us because our students are raving about you. They love the content. They love the simplicity, the whole flow of the work that you've actually organized, and the depth of the knowledge. And obviously, we're looking forward to graduate as many students as possible, but most importantly, to transition them from just knowing how to utilize AI to actually making it a practical part of their journey in terms of their career, in terms of their businesses, and their personal life, in whichever way they feel like this is going to be able to help them. So it's incredible. And also, Africa, we're very we're known for our hunger for knowledge. I think I'm going to be very unpopular, but I think we are probably the most learned continent in the world in terms of wanting to learn and hunger to grow and have knowledge and all of this kind of stuff. So you hear a lot of doctors here, doctor this, and some of them are PhDs and stuff. Now, the beautiful thing is we can harvest all that incredible knowledge and just actually infuse it with our technology and AI and start to build an incredible continent that will impact the world as a whole. So I believe, Setoli, you're based in, is it Singapore? Where is your office?
Well, the main office, the registered headquarters is in US, Delaware. We have our
Okay,
office there, and
okay.
our regional offices are in Singapore and Switzerland.
Okay, great. Singapore and Switzerland. Okay, great. So I can tell my friends that I'm studying in Switzerland. So that's fine. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to without needing a passport. So this is great. So thank you so much, Setolu. I'll move on. So before we get Mr. Modi on, just very briefly, I wanted to introduce another gentleman who is also a strategic partner with Vision Africa AI. This one is he's a friend, he's a brother. He's also a business partner in so many different ventures we're doing globally. And he finally agreed to bring our SaaS solution, our inclusive AI hub, if you like, a holistic approach to everything from labs to business reengineering to change management to communities and various other things. He's going to tell you better than I can. So next week, we're going to be having a session, a masterclass on how to integrate what Mr. Modi is going to share with us today and how we can utilize some of these tools to be able to, grow your business, to grow your networks, to grow your organization and to perform better and to be more cost efficient and various other things. Again, Cliff Thomas needs no introduction. He's someone I've been working with and I've known him for a very long time. He's a brother. So, hey, Mr. Cliff Thomas, come on. Tell these wonderful people. Hey, yes.
Hey guys, how are we doing?
Yes. On behalf of everybody, we're doing great. Yes, we're doing great. Yes.
Awesome. What would you like me to share, Danny? Just to
introduce yourself and also what is this about? Because I did mention to you obviously what we're doing today. We're doing AI prompt engineering. That's the focus. And you mentioned how this sort of dovetails with obviously what you offer in Hyphen Connect and the partnership, the relationship. I think the whole board was very excited when we had the meeting yesterday. So it's timely that you're here today just to kind of say hello to everyone, but also to sort of showcase what they should be expecting over the next weeks, months, and years to come in terms of the relationship we're trying to build between Vision Africa AI and Hyphen Connect.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited about working with Vision Africa, and what really excited me, and I shared this in the last meeting, is the fact that there is a drive towards building an ecosystem. And that's what I'm really excited about. And when obviously I saw what Mr. Modi is going to present and what the GSDC are actually doing, that kind of like dovetails into a lot of the things that we're actually doing. So I'm excited to share a lot with everybody on next week. Tell your friends, invite whoever you need to invite, because we're really going to take from what Mr. Modi has gone and shared with you today, which is going to be fantastic, and really take that into practical solutions. So we're going to physically show you how we prompt AIs and AI employees. We're going to show you about consolidated CRM systems. We're really going to dovetail to really make sure all of this is relevant. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, we're going to be talking about why AI is really not the starting point. We're going to talk to you about the fact that we need to help you to diagnose the problems in your business and how you can use AI to help you to diagnose the problems in your business. We're going to speak about leakages and operational efficiencies and how we can help you with those businesses there. We're going to speak to you about AI employee automation. So that's going to dovetail from what you're going to see today, and we're going to take you into practical solutions as to how AI can help you to answer your phone calls, to call your clients, to manage your leads, to send your emails, to answer all your social media, etc. We're going to show you about centralized communication and why it's important, and finally we're going to speak to you about integrative systems. So I'm excited. So looking forward to speaking to you guys next week. Thank you very much.
Great. So Mr. Thomas, before you run off, one of the things you keep saying to me is if you don't adapt, you won't make it. It's really that simple, because AI has become the new oxygen for businesses, organizations, and some of the things we do in our day-to-day life. It's amazing because in my office, I'm reminded every time I look on the floor I see George. We call him George. George is he mops, he cleans, he vacuums, he does everything. We just literally we switch him on, and he just dances away, and the whole place is spotless. After a very short period of time. So I mentioned yesterday in one of my posts, I said, you won't be replaced by AI, but you're going to be replaced by people that know how to use AI,
Absolutely.
or people that own companies that employ AI. Just a few seconds before I bring on Mr. Modi to carry on with the session, how does that sit with me as a regular person running my business? How is that affecting me? Is this threat real? Are we actually going to be impacted if we don't change?
Yeah, I think it's extremely real. We've been in the AI space for close to 6 years now. And we've seen it from where it was to where it's become. And as you said, Danny, within minutes there is new changes to AI. And as you said, it's not designed to replace people. It's designed to allow people to become more efficient, allow their businesses to become more efficient. So it's very, very, very important that it's embraced. And AI can be used in all different industries. A lot of people limit AI to ChatGPT. It's far beyond that. That's why I'm excited about the session that we're going to have today. And that's why I'm excited about taking that session to another level and show how we implement that all next week. So don't miss this session next week, guys. Tell your friends, it's all free. The Vision Africa team are doing some phenomenal work, and it's so important that you all take advantage of this. All right, we're looking at 1,000 people next week. So
Oh,
let's break our record.
That's a heavy number. That's a
Let's
heavy
go
number.
for it.
That's a
1,000
heavy
people.
number. 1,000 people are going to be in the room. Fantastic. Well, listen, even if you kind of watch it and you don't really participate, eventually you're going to have to. I always say to people, if you don't know how to spell, you can't work in a company. AI is not like computing or Microsoft Word and Microsoft Office. AI is like spelling. If you can't spell, you cannot actually work in a company. So if you don't learn how to use some of these tools, and you just evolve into these incredible tools, eventually you're going to be left behind. So what we'll do is we get Mr. Mod on. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. So what we're going to do today, we're going to bring in our wonderful SMEs, so subject matter expert from GSDC. Mr. Modi did a phenomenal job last week. So this week, he's going to cover AI prompt engineering. This is not a training session. I have to caution you. A lot of people leave the course or the session, rather, I should say, and they're saying, so have I graduated? This is really more like a synopsis on what to expect. So this is a sort of a light overview as to what you should be expecting if you're looking to integrate whatever you do with the fastest growing technologies in AI. So this is a prompt. So to do the course and actually get a certificate, you're going to have to go through the material, you learn, you then get tested, and then you get a certificate. This is a qualification. With this, you would get a certificate of attendance. So you attended, we acknowledge you attended, and that's fine. But if you're serious about building a career that's going to eclipse most of your peers, then you must go through the course. And you can't take shortcuts. You can't say, oh, I know the buzzword. If I drop that in an interview, I'll get a job. You're going to get found out very quickly, because they're going to ask you for something and it will take you a week. If you're using AI, it takes you 5 seconds, and that's what CEOs and business owners, organizational heads are looking for. So on that note, so halfway we're going to stop and take some of your questions. So please just get busy in the chat. Anything you think about, put the questions in the chat and we'll be able to answer them as we go through. So over to you, Mr. Modi. Thank you for being patient with all this front talk that we had to go through. It's your floor, sir. Just take it over. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Danston, for this
You're
welcome.
welcome.
So
You're welcome.
without any further delay, I'll just quickly share my screen. and then we can start with the session directly.
Great.
So I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So good af good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for being here today. My name is Akshad Modi. Today we are going to talk something that is becoming one of the most important practical skills of our time, that is prompt engineering. So now I want, this is not a training, this will be a very interactive session. This is, think of it like a knowledge sharing session where you guys comment in the chat box, you guys stay active because I am going to be asking a lot of questions. You guys answer at every question, raise your hands and be active with the session. So let me start by asking you a very quick question that I see there are almost 100 people in the chat. So how many of you have used an AI tool? Any AI tool, something like ChatGPT, Claude, Google, Gemini, at least once in the past few months or at least tried it once. So go ahead and raise your hand. So I would just like to know about the chat, or you can simply tell in the chat box as well. Yes, no, you can raise your hands as well. So I see many people in the chat box that have raised their hands. So let me ask you a follow-up question. So how many of you felt like the answer you got back was not quite what you were hoping for? Maybe it was too general, maybe it missed the point, maybe it gave you a wall of text when you wanted something short and simple, right? So did that happen with you guys? Yes or no? So if your hand is still up or if you are still saying yes, then you are exactly in the right place today. So here is the truth. The AI did not fail you. The prompt that you wrote, that failed the AI. So this is the core idea behind prompt engineering. AI models like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they are incredibly capable, but they need very clear, very structured instructions to give you their best output. They do not read your mind, right? So they respond to what you write. And if you write very vaguely, you get vague results. If you write precisely and strategically, you get results that can genuinely impress you. So think of it as a story that if you hired the world's best chef and you said that make me something to eat, you might get anything. But if you said make me a spicy Thai noodle dish or medium heat, no peanuts, and ready in 20 minutes, so the chef is going to deliver exactly what you need. The chef's skill did not change. Your instructions got better. That is what we are going to do. We are going to learn how to give better instructions. So over this session, we are going to cover the four key prompting techniques: zero shot, few shot, chain of thought, and persona prompting. So there are almost 50 plus prompting techniques that you guys will be learning in this course. So I have in this course, in the session, I have only top four. We'll take a look at the clear, simple examples for each one, and then we'll watch a single prompt go from a basic and bland to powerful and precise step by step right in front of you. So by the end of seminar, you'll have a clear understanding of not in theory, but in actual work and daily tasks that whether you're writing emails, you're summarizing the documents, you're solving something, you're coding, or you're exploring what AI can do, these techniques will change you how you interact with it. So now let's get started and let's talk about the prompt engineering. So before starting, in one short note, if you want to tell that what is a prompt engineering, what is a prompt? So a request or a command that you give to the AI model so that it gives you an output. That is the prompt. Let's suppose give me the recipe of how to make an omelette, or give me generate synthetic data on Excel, or tell me about history of generative AI. Whatever you see the AI model to do, that is a prompt. So there are multiple techniques in this, almost 50 plus techniques. So right now we'll be studying some of them, top four in this today's session. So the first technique that we are going to study is the zero shot technique. This is very simple. So it gives you the model a task without showing it any examples how you want the answers to look. You just describe the task, you trust the model to figure it out based on the training data. Zero shot means zero examples, as simple as that. Now, this might seem almost too simple, right? Isn't that just asking a question to the AI? And in some way, yes. But there's still art into it. Even in zero shot, there is specificity, there is clarity of your language that matters enormously. So suppose you want to analyze the sentiment of customer review meaning. You want to know whether the customer was happy, he was not happy, he was neutral. So on my screen, I have a zero shot prompt that classify the sentiment of the text. and then I have written the text. The product arrived late and was broken. This is it. No examples. You just describe the task very, very clearly to the AI model, give it the input, and ask for the output. And what does the AI model say? Sentiment is negative. Correct, instant, and clean. This works because classifying sentiment is a task that the model has seen thousands of times in the training. It already knows what sentiment analysis is. You do not need to tell the AI model or teach the AI model that what is sentiment analysis. Now, here is what zero shot prompting is best for. It is ideal when your task is a common or well understood things like translating something, summarizing a paragraph, answering a question, classifying something into categories, or rewording a sentence, rephrasing something. So these are the tasks that AI already has strong foundation in. Now, what are the challenges of this zero shot prompting? So when your prompt is unusual or highly specific or requires a particular format or style that the model might not guess correctly. So if you're asking for something niche or something you're expecting a very specific structure, so zero shot may give you something that is technically correct, the answer will be correct, but not what quite you needed. So a practical tip for you guys that even in zero shot prompting, use active and specific languages. Instead of saying that, tell me something about this, summarize it, tell it specifically in a professional language that tell me something about this. This is very bad. You can say that summarize the key points of this text into 3 bullet points. Now it knows what to do, that is summarizing, then how the output should look like, that is 3 bullet points. So the more specific your instruction, the better results will be, even with no examples at all. So zero shot is the fastest and like the lightest technique when the task is clear and the model knows it well. You can use the zero shot technique. Then second one, so zero shot means zero examples. Then second one, you can consider is as an upgraded version of the zero shot, that is few shot prompting. So this is one where the things start to get really powerful. Few shot prompting means you give the model 2 or 3 examples of exactly what you want before asking it to do a real task. You are not just describing the task here, you are demonstrating it to the AI. You are showing the model the input and the output pattern that you expect, and then asking it to follow that pattern for your actual request. So AI models, they are pattern recognition machines at their core. When you show them few consistent examples, they pick up the pattern and they apply it reliably. It is like teaching someone a recipe by showing them how it is done rather than just telling them theoretically. So let me walk you through an example. So say you want the AI to convert informal messages into formal language. So here how the few shot prompt will look like. So informal, hey, can you send me that file? A formal message would look like, could you please send me the file? Another example, wanna grab lunch. So the formal message will be, would you like to have lunch? Third, informal, that got any updates. So this is the prompt that notice what we did. We gave it 2 complete sentences, an informal sentence and then the formal version. And then we gave it a third sentence and left the formal blank. The model fills in the blank by following the exact pattern that we showed it. The output is gives that do you need any recent updates to share? That is a perfect output. Now, why is this better than just saying that make this more formal? Because when you show examples, the model understands your exact format for what you want. Maybe your version of formal is very polished and very corporate. Maybe it is slightly a little professional but still warm. So the examples tell the model exactly what you mean. So few shots they works especially where tone, format or structure needs to be very consistent in your output. The writing product, like writing the product descriptions, formatting some data, categorizing some items, or generating responses in a specific style, or producing outputs that follow some specific template or example. So a tip for you guys that make sure that your examples are clean, consistent, and they match the format that you want. If your examples are inconsistent, the model will get confused about which pattern to follow. And also keep the explanation short and clear. Also, 2-3 examples is usually the sweet spot. You don't need 10 examples for this. 2 strong examples, they are enough for the model to understand the pattern. Too many examples and your prompt gets long and unwieldy. So few short prompting, it is like handing someone a style guide before asking them to write. They do not need to guess what you mean. They have seen it done your way. So now after the few short, we are getting into one of the most fascinating techniques, that is the chain of thought. So chain of thought prompting, also called a COT for short. So here is the core idea. When you ask an AI a complex question, especially one involving a math, logic, or multi-reasoning, it just asks for answer directly. It might get wrong, right? Why? Because it is trying to jump straight to the conclusion without working through the steps. So it is like a student who skips their working and goes straight to writing down an answer. Sometimes they might get lucky, often they do not get lucky. Chain of thought fixes it by asking the model to show its reasoning, to think step by step before giving the final answer. When the model writes each step explicitly, it is less likely to make logical errors, and you can also verify its reasoning along the way. You can check whether the step 1 is correct, whether the step 2 is correct, the step 3 is correct, and so on. The magic phrase that will trigger this behavior is very simple. That is, let's think step by step. That one sentence changes how the model processes the problem. Seriously, it has been proven in research to significantly improve your accuracy on the complex task. So here's an example on the screen that a train leaves at 9 a.m. at 60 miles per hour, another at 11 a.m. at 90 miles per hour. So when do they meet? Think step by step. So how the model will walk through it? First, the first train has a 2 hour head start. It has already traveled 120 miles. So it will give you a step by step output. Then step 2, step 3. Now imagine if you had just asked, when do the trains meet? The model might have tried to compute it in one leap and make an arithmetic error. By asking it to think step by step, you dramatically improve the quality and the reliability of the answers. So, chain of thought is best used for anything that requires reasoning, math problems, multi-step decisions, logic troubles, troubleshootings, comparisons, or multiple analysis. Anytime there are multiple things that need to be considered before arriving at a conclusion, chain of thought prompting is your best man. So, also, you do not have to say step by step as well. You can say that walk me through the reasoning, or explain me how you arrived at the output, or even first then finally. So these all encourage the same structured thinking behavior. So chain of thought is simply like asking someone to show their work, not just for checking, but because showing the work actually makes the work better. Next, after the chain of thought, so the fourth technique is persona prompting. And personally, I think that this one is the most fun technique. Persona prompting means that you assign the AI a specific role, a specific identity, or a level of expertise before asking your question. You are essentially telling the model who is it before asking it what to say, and this changes everything. The tone, the vocabulary, the level of detail, the examples, even the assumptions it is making about your audience. So a simple way to memorize this, that if you ask a random person what is machine learning or what is generative AI, you might get a decent answer. But if you ask a professor who specializes in AI, you get a very different answer. And if you ask the same professor to explain it to a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old, you get a completely different answer once again. So the information is very similar, but the delivery is very tailored. So this is exactly what persona prompting does. It tells the model who is it, who it should act like, which tells it how to respond. So without a persona, the prompt is what is machine learning. So it will give you a very basic definition that machine learning is a subset of AI where algorithms learn from data. But this changes everything with a persona. If you asked it, you are a teacher explaining to a 10-year-old, now tell me what is machine learning. So the response is, imagine teaching a dog tricks, but instead of the dogs, it's a computer. You show it lots of examples, it will learn from the pattern by itself, and that is machine learning. Now look at the two outputs. The first output, a simple definition of machine learning. A second output, similar output, but different response. Topic is the same, but completely different response. The first output is a textbook definition. The other one is something a child who would actually understand to and remember. So persona prompting, this is incredibly versatile. You can use it for writing specific professional tone, like a senior lawyer or a financial analyst. You can write it for getting the explanations at a level that matches your audience, or from beginner to expert, and multiple creative writing as well, where the AI will act as a specific character or narrator, and where the AI will adopt your company's voice and choice. Code reviews where the AI responds as senior developer. So the more specific your persona, the better. Do not just say that you are an expert. Say that you are a senior expert in this field. Now you have to explain to this patient or this client with no medical background like this. For example, a simple example of persona prompting. You are a senior cardiologist explaining this to a patient who with no background, with no medical background. Now specificity, it unlocks the precision. It will give some examples so that the patients could understand a more simple language, right? You can also combine the persona with other techniques. So a persona with few short examples or a persona with the chain of thought reasoning. So these combinations, they are incredibly powerful and they produce outputs that are not only accurate, but appropriate for your exact audience and exact context. So persona prompting is like giving AI a costume and a script. It knows who it is, and when it knows who it knows exactly how to talk to you, and it knows exactly how you are going to get the things you are going to understand the things. So I'll give you an example for this. Just quickly, let me reshare my screen. Okay. Anyone in the chat, can you please confirm, guys, whether my screen is visible or not?
Yes,
It
I
is.
can see it.
It's visible, yeah.
Yes, good. So let's try some of the basic techniques. So let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so it is visible for everyone. So our first technique, the zero shot. Zero shot technique, that means zero examples. You simply tell the AI model specifically what do you want. So I'll show you five examples of each. Let's suppose some very generic examples. For example, tell me the recipe of how to make an omelette. A very basic thing that tell me the recipe of how to make an omelette. Now, this can be made with multiple prompting techniques, but a generic thing where the AI knows everything about it. So this is a basic thing. So nothing, no examples, no step-by-step reasoning, no persona. Direct the task in a very specific manner. Or explain the evolution of generative AI. A very simple thing, a very generic thing, where the AI model knows what do you want, where the AI model has already trained on this data. That explain the evolution of generative AI. It will directly start explaining you when 1950s it started, 1980s, then machine learning era came, then deep learning era came, then generative models appeared, the generative adversarial networks, the transformer revolution, and right now we are with the generative AI mainstreams. Another example, let's suppose I want to go from Singapore to China or from London to Africa. So best way of travel from UK to Africa. Directly, it will tell me some of the best ways by plane, fastest and the most practical. Direct flights, one-stop flights by sea, slow but adventurous, over land for truly adventurous people. So in this way, the zero shot, the first one where you are directly prompting it like this, best way to travel from UK to Africa. No questions, no examples, no output structure, just the task. This is the zero shot. Second is the few shot, where you are giving it some examples and after that, you are asking it to, in the same way, give the output. Let's suppose the example that we had on the chat, on the PPT, informal messages. Tell me when you are free. Formal message. Kindly let me know when you will be available. Now, this is one example. Now, again, informal messages. Hey, wanna grab lunch today. Now I want the AI model to train on this example. The first example where I have informal message that tell me when you're free, and I have converted it into formal message that kindly let me know when you will be available. So now another informal, hey, wanna grab lunch today? And informal, I have left a blank there. Why a blank? Now the AI model will first see the informal message, then it will see the formal message. So it will understand that this informal message has been converted into this formal message. And now what the user wants me to do is informal message he gave me, he want me to make an formal message for this. So this is pattern recognition. Like from it will recognize the pattern that informal to formal. Now again I have to do the same thing. Now there you go. Here are some clean professional formal versions that you can use. Informal, hey, wanna grab lunch today? Formal, would you be available to join me for lunch? May I check if you are available for lunch today? Please let me know if you would available for lunch. So there are multiple options. Now the third thing, the chain of thought. Now how the chain of thought works, where you are asking the AI model to give its reasoning. Now generate a synthetic data of a bank for loan applications for past 3 months, week by week. Okay. I want the AI to generate a synthetic data for a bank for a loan application system for the past 3 months, week by week. Now, if I tell it, explain your reasoning in steps. Now, how the AI will work? It will give me the step one. Step one, what it is doing. Then step two, like, okay, there you are. Step by step reasoning, how I design the data. Step one, define the time window. Like past 3 months is approximately 12 weeks, granularity weekly. So we generate 12 rows, one per week. Then step two, decide what a loan application record should contain. So for a realistic bank statement, we need the volume metrics, the risk metrics and everything. Customer profile, loan details, risk outcome. Then third, applying the realistic banking assumptions like fluctuations, the credit score, higher number, approval rejection rate, everything. And consistency. Step by step, it gave me the output. And there you go. You have a 12-week of synthetic data generated by the AI model. This is free to use. You can quickly copy this from here, and then you are ready to use this data. This was the third approach, the chain of thought, where you are asking the AI model to give the output step by step. Then the fourth one was the persona prompting, right? How the persona prompting works. A very simple example. First, tell me how pyramids were built. A zero shot example that I'm directly asking it to tell me how the pyramids were built. So it will tell you some in a generic way how the pyramid were built. Now, how the persona works here. Let's suppose, imagine you are a historian from ancient times when the pyramids were built. Now tell me in detail, how was the experience and how the pyramids were built. Now, if you look closely, first prompt was tell me how the pyramids were built. Our second prompt with the power of personification is imagine you are a historian from the ancient times when the pyramids were built. Tell me in detail how was the experience and how the pyramids were built. Now, both of the prompts mean the same thing, but the output will be very different. Why? Because the first one was a zero shot technique where we are not sending it any examples. This is a persona based technique. Now, this AI model will assume that it is a historian and it has to tell you in a story way or in some other engaging way. So let's check at the output. Okay. Now, if you see the difference, I'll show you the difference in this. The first output was the Egyptian pyramids, especially the pyramids of Giza, were built through a combination. Who built it? planning and design, covering the stones. Now, this is a very generic output. And this is very boring to read, right? Now, let's take a look at this output. I speak as the one who lived in the age where stones still listen to men, where the will of the pharaoh shaped the earth itself. I was born under the Pharaoh Khufu, when the gods walk close to the men. Then the calling. Now, this is more likely in a story way format. Now, this is more interesting to read, and trust me, this is more easy to understand as well and remember as well. Why? Because imagine you're reading a chapter from chemistry or reading, or on the other hand, you're reading an essay from English. So, the essay from English, because it is in a story, it is more easy to understand. So, this was the example of the personification, where you ask the AI model to act as a historian. Now, these are only the top four that I have shown you right now. In prompt engineering, there comes more than 50 plus techniques of all of this, like guard railing, then the transparency and everything. Now, head back to our presentation. Yes. Now, moving to the next slide about the evolution of prompt. So the same task getting better with the multiple techniques. Now, this is one of my favorite slides because here we get to see everything we have learned, right? So we are going to take one single task and evolve the prompt through 4 levels. With each level, we add one more technique or a layer of specificity, and you will see how the output quality improves day by day. So the task is write about climate change. The first task, the first very basic. Okay. So again, I have to share my screen with ChatGPT window. Yeah. Now the first one, the very basic, that write about climate change. Now this is a very basic zero shot example where directly you have a prompt in your hand, where directly it is almost everyone has typed at some point. The result is you will get a painfully generic 5 paragraph essay. It will mention the rising, the temperature, the ice cap, the fossils, all technically correct, but completely unremarkable. You could find the same thing on any website. There is nothing specific, no angle, no audience, no purpose. This is just the level or just the floor. So I'll show you the output. Write about climate change. So simply you'll get 3-4 paragraphs and it will tell you something generic information that you can find on any website if you go. This is the first example, zero shot. Now let's empower it with the power of the few shot as well. So I'll open a new window. Now, in this, what happened? Now, I added a context that write a short blog post about the effects on climate change on coastal cities. Now we have a format. What is our format, guys? The blog post. We have a length, that short length. We have a specific angle, the coastal cities. So now the output is not generic. The output is more focused. It talks about flooding in places like Miami and Jakarta, the rising sea levels, the infrastructure risk. So this is generally more useful. But notice what is still missing. We don't have any voice. We don't have any audience. We don't have any data. So I'll post this one. Miami, Mumbai. It is telling you about multiple things. Now, the third one. The third one is you are an environmental journalist. Write a 150-word blog post about the effects of climate change on coastal cities. Now the writing has a voice. It reads like journalism. Correct? I'll upload this. Now if you see the output, it will have active words, a narrative opening, a sense of urgency, right? The model has adopted the mindset of a professional writer with a specific beat. It is not just about reporting facts anymore. It is telling a story to the people, story to the audience. Now, the tone is more sharper, it is more engaging, and the structure feels intentional. Now we are getting closer, right? First, we were at with the zero shot, then we added some context. Now we added some persona, correct? Now, if I want to refine this more, what I will do? Now, a completely refined prompt. This time, our prompt is, you are an environmental journalist writing for the general audience. Write a 150-word blog post on how climate change threatens the coastal cities. Include one statistic as well and think step by step. Now, this is a full package persona, right? The persona here is an environmental journalist. The audience, the general public. The length, 150 words. The structure, yes, think step by step. The data, yes, include a statistic. And how the output will be like. So let's take a look at the output. If you see in the output, it is compelling, it is precise and appropriately concise, backed by data and written for people who actually read and share. So if you see, I told it to mention some statistic. It has mentioned the statistics in this as well. So this is the key session for this entire seminar. Every layer you are adding prompt by prompt. You added the context first, then you added the persona on top of that. Then on top of that, you added some example reasoning. So this is another degree of control that you take over the output. The AI intelligence does not change between level 1 and level 4. Our AI was almost as intelligent as it was on prompt 1 as it was on prompt 4. What changed? Your instructions. So that is the progression from vague instructions to very specific instructions, from generic instructions to something purposeful. And this is the example of a prompt engineering model in action. So we have covered a lot of ground today. Let me bring it together with things that I want to walk you. First, zero shot, that use it when your task is very straightforward and well defined. Be specific in a clear way, in clear language. Do not be vague. Say exactly what you need and in what format you need. Then zero shot is fast, it is light and for many everyday tasks. This is all you need. Second, the few shot, that use it when your task requires a specific pattern, a specific format, a specific style. Give the model 2 or 3 examples that demonstrate exactly what you want as an output. Let the model learn from your examples, not just guessing the examples, right? So this technique is especially powerful for writing, formatting, classification, or any task where the consistency matters. Third, the chain of thought. Use it anytime that your task involves step by steps, multiple steps, the logics, the maths, or reasoning, and add let's think step by step to your prompt. Let the model walk through the reasoning. This dramatically reduces the errors and it improves the quality of the output. And also, you can actually verify and trust your outputs. Fourth, best one and my favorite, personal favorite, the persona. You can use it to control the tone, the depth, and the audience fit. Assign the model a specific identity before asking your question. The more specific the persona, the more precisely tailored the output. Combine persona with other techniques for the maximum impact. So, and this big overarching lesson is combine these techniques. The most powerful prompts use more than one technique at a time. The persona that gives examples and things step by step. This is an elite level prompt, right? So it is something that you can absolutely write yourself after today. So I'll give you guys a simple prompt formula of 4 things. Role. Role is who are you? Then second is the task. That what do you want the AI model to do? Third is the context. That why are you doing these things? Fourth, the format. Like you want in 5 words, you want in 50 words, you want in 10 bullet points or 2 bullet points or an Excel sheet or in a document format. Role plus task plus context plus formatting. These 4 things make a very good prompt. So that's it. You fill in these 4 pieces and you will be ahead of more than 90% of the AI users. Also, prompt engineering is not a one-time skill that you will learn and forget. It is a practice. The more you use it, the better you get. So a quick homework for you guys after this session is try to make 10 prompts with the same format. Role plus task plus context plus format. And this is not it. There are, as I told you 2 or 3 times, I guess, there are more than 50 plus techniques like this on writing the prompts, right? This is what you are going to learn in the future. So start applying these techniques today, even in the small ways, and you will notice the difference immediately. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for your time and attention. You have just given yourself a genuine competitive edge. Now the question is whether the AI will be part of how we work. It is already is. The big question is whether you'll be the person using it well or just using it somehow. So I guide you to go use it well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Modi. Wow, wow, wow. What a masterclass, man. What a masterclass. You never disappoint. You get better every time you speak. You know, it's amazing. We're gonna adopt you. We're gonna give you a home in Kenya, in Uganda, in Tanzania, in Ghana, in Nigeria. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome. No, it was fantastic, really great. So I just before we let you go, I know you have a really tight schedule. But there's some questions that are coming up, and I just wanted to maybe highlight a couple and then give people an opportunity to spend 5 minutes with you just asking a couple questions. I see
Sure. No
Elizabeth.
issues.
Elizabeth, you have your hand up, or you're just saying hi, or you're saying thank you. I'm not sure what that is, but Elizabeth, where are you? Do you have a question? Where's Elizabeth? I'm seeing. So Louis, you can just help me kind of figure out who these people are, who's actually asking questions. Anything that you may want to ask, ladies and gentlemen, please do ask. We have an Amon. Amon wants to ask a question, I think. I see a wave. Yeah. So what is, repeat the format for prompt engineering? So somebody's asking
I'll
for,
type it out
yeah.
in the chat box.
Yeah, okay, great. So that's great. And then somebody asked a question. I don't know if they liked my answer, but my answer was somebody's asking about how do you go about saving AI generated presentations and reports? And my answer was obviously that's part of the training. That is part of the training. So you have to go through the entire train. We don't want to cheat for you and give you the answers to exams, because you have to be certified. Uh, and also don't use AI to cheat in your exam. Just don't ask AI, how do I pass your exam? So you got to go through it and understand it, because you have to get real tangible um, results from this, using this, because a lot of people think it's just a gimmick, but this is actually something that you can use. That numeric one that you did, where you had a financial report of sorts, that was fantastic. I remember it used to take us like 3-4 weeks, Cliff, if you remember, to write a business plan. But now you can, just before we finish the call, you can have a business plan ready to go by using these tools that Mr. Modi was talking about. It was fantastic, really, really amazing. Questions, ladies and gentlemen. So please explain the emergence of new profession in prompt engineering and available opportunities. That's a question from somebody in Vision Africa is asking about um, the emergence. Ooh, that's very, very strong English.
No issues.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll be glad to answer that.
Yes.
So recently, in the past 2 years, only 2 years,
Mhm.
2023, 2024, 2025, like 2023 to 24, 24
Yeah.
to 25,
Yes.
prompt engineering has emerged as a new profession with a rapid adoption of multiple AI tools, multiple agentic AI assistants.
Mhm.
So as the organizations, they are starting to integrate AI into products, they are integrating AI into the workflows, they are integrating AI into the business, the decision making, right? So now the position of prompt engineering in all organizations, in all
Mhm.
sectors, I'm saying, it
Mhm.
is very necessary. Why?
Mhm.
Why? I have answered it in the session as well, that the quality of the prompts directly
Mhm.
affects your accuracy, it directly
Mhm.
affects your safety, and it directly affects your business value.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
can say that garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage
If
out.
your
Yes.
prompt,
Got it.
if your
Yeah.
prompt is bad, you are going to get a very bad output. But quality prompt in, you'll get a quality prompt out. So this created demand for specialists who can design, who can test, and who can optimize prompts to guide the AI behavior effectively. Now, there are multiple opportunities in span of multiple roles. Let's suppose the best option is the AI prompt designers, where you design prompt for all of your teams, you refine the prompts, you make the prompt so that the output quality gets better and better day by day. Then, if you become any AI role, if you choose any AI role, let's suppose AI product managers or AI lead or AI technical engineer. So everywhere you have to write a prompt. Why? Because AI models, they can't read our brain, right? We have to interact with the AI models in some way. And what is that way? This prompt engineering that we are learning right now. So that's why I said in the session that if you are in the right place, everyone in the session, they are in the right place today. So professionals, they are working to build the reliable prompt libraries. They are working to reduce multiple things. There are multiple challenges in the AI systems as well, right? So that's why prompt engineering is especially attractive for multiple roles like AI engineers, AI architects, subject matter experts, product managers, project managers, then UI designers, UX designers, then the RPA guys, then the automation guys, everyone, they are relying on the prompt engineering right now. So prompt engineering has a great future as a job role in the near future in the 2026 as well. Right now, there are multiple jobs available that pay good. But the thing is, as I told today in this session, this is just an introduction. This is just to tell you, this is just to explain you guys that what actually prompt engineering is. I have taught only 4 techniques. As such, if you want to become a very good prompt engineer, our partners at Vijay Africa Danston, they have that wonderful course where you will learn all these technologies. So I guess that really answers the question and it helps as well.
Love it. Great, 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 great. You said AI prompt designers, AI PDs as I call them now. So that's a fantastic. That's that imagine being hired on that in that role. You command whatever you want because you cut down cost on all departments. You're able to give accurate information. You're able to, because as business owners, sometimes we don't know which questions to ask, or we don't know what's going on in our business, or we don't know where could it be going wrong. So this person becomes more sort of like the prescriber of solutions for specific parts of the business, and I love it. The AI prompt designers, that's fantastic. There was also Cliff and I were talking, and please stay with us for a second, Mr. Modi. And
No,
Cliff,
no
maybe
issues, no. I am here.
you can come in on this one. It's really good because we were putting together. There's a company we're setting up in a different country, and we started looking for people. And then one of the people that was put on the list was an agility officer, chief agility officer. And when I looked at the whole thing, and Cliff knows this better than I do, it was amazing. Like most of their work is actually done by AI. So Mr. Thomas, would you care to just comment just maybe briefly on that? Because it's really interesting, just what I saw Mr. Modi doing and kind of like the conversations we had with the people in Dubai and on the chief agility officer. I mean, the roles are changing. It was COO, CEO, and then CFO. Now it's chief agility officer. So what's that? What's going on there?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Modi, for that session, and I'm excited to bring all this into practicality next week, whereby we're going to show you guys how to put together an entire workforce of AI employees, how to first create your AI HR or chief HR manager, and then how then to create your AI prompt creator. And we're going to be taking and moving forward with some of these techniques that you mentioned out of the 50 in terms of how we create that. But in answer to your question, Danny, you can create, and this is for a lot of SME and corporations on this call, you can really create this entire workforce, and they work in conjunction with your team. So even though you may have a COO, all right, I, at the moment, have AIs for every single position within our organization, and they're linked to our physical employees. So everybody has this assistant who knows more than them. All right. So imagine you guys being in a scenario within your organization that you have chief marketing officer, you have a chief HR officer, an agility officer, etc. So I'm excited about next week. I'm excited to really show you how we're going to bring this into play next week. I'm excited to show you how we're going to be practically creating AI assistants who's going to be answering your calls. We're going to be using the personality persona, plus bringing in some of those roles. We're going to be creating AIs that's going to be answering all your social media. And we're going to have the AIs create all the social media for you, then respond to those social media responses. And all of this is the way in which the world is going. So you can never learn too much. I've been in this space for a long time, but guys, you need to be writing notes because there's always going to be nuggets that you pick up from people like Mr. Modi at these meetings. I've been in this space for a long time, but I'm always learning. So I really want to thank you. And I really want to encourage everybody next week. Come to this session next week. All right. It's going to be amazing. But I also encourage you to take this course that the GSDC have available, because they have some incredible courses available in conjunction with Vision Africa. So that's my bit. Looking forward to next week, Danny.
That's great. That's great. We're about to close, but wow, that was great input there from you, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Modi. To just it's the same thing. I mean, you use the example of a chef. If you just go make me food, they just make you whatever they want. If you say make me a medium rare steak or whatever you choose to make, then they're going to do it exactly how you ask. If you go to the doctor and you say I'm not well, they don't give you any medication. But if you say I have these symptoms, then they say, okay, this could be the issue. So AI is going to be smarter as you get smarter, and you can't just say I'm gonna employ all these tools into my business without understanding how to use them. It's like I know a guy who bought a car and he had it parked for 3 years, and I said, why don't you drive it? He said, I don't know how to drive it. So I said, why did you buy it? So you can go out there and you can say, let me buy this software. Let me buy this. Let me go to Hyphen Connect and get a program. But if you don't know how to prompt those programs. So GSDC and Hyphen Connect are their marriage made in heaven. One is the teaching aspect of it. The other one is the pragmatic aspect of it. And I see lots of very good questions from Sarah here. She's asking, where do I go? Which platform do I get to get notified on the sessions? Because I think she just kind of stumbled on this. You're asking a question about research. I think that's more to do with once we speak to you personally, we're able to then prescribe a course that's specific to you, because it's not a buffet kind of situation where you kind of go, let me just learn everything. You can specialize and actually get more use out of it by knowing how this actually sort of fits in with your business plan. It fits in with your output. It fits in with your budget as well. There's something for everyone. People were saying, oh, it's can I afford this? Well, you can't afford not to learn this. So we want to make it very easy for you to join the program by maybe even giving you some opportunities. Some people were speaking to us last week. All our AI partners, our Vision Africa AI partners, can now pay in installments. So you can pay a little bit of money every month and actually learn the course over maybe 3 to 6 months, depending on how long you want to do. So don't worry, don't panic and say, oh my gosh, where am I going to get this budget? If you don't have the budget, if you have an organization and you want to spread the cost, we can talk to you in that regard, and we can help you do that as well. And how do I get more learning from Vision Africa? This is again, Nelly. Nelly's asking a question. Just speak to Mariam after this call, or just send us your details here. We'll be able to contact you. I think Mariam has put a link there, and you're able to, then we just send you information. Just say, look, this is what I want to know. This is how I want to register for the courses or whatever. And if you don't know, don't worry. Just say, you know what, I'm here, guys. I want to do something, but I don't know what. That's probably the best place to start. But if you don't expose yourself and you kind of, wait in the wings and say, hopefully one day I'll get there, then it's not going to happen. Making no decision is also a decision. So make a decision today and say, say, well, I'm not ready for this. In 5 years, I'll come back into AI. And I'm not going to say, you're not going to survive. You'll probably be okay. But then, unfortunately, those who start today, in 5 years' time, they will be the ones teaching you. They will be the ones taking your money to teach you, and it's going to get more expensive. It's also going to get a little bit more skewed, because right now, the people who are doing these courses, a company like GSDC, to get certification, this is what I always tell people that work with us. Sometimes you sell products and services and you don't know how they arrived at your desk or in your computer or in your warehouse. And you just kind of go, yeah, I've sold 15 units or I've sold these programs, but you don't care about the processes. What did it take GSDC to actually come up with these courses and come up with a certification and the compliances that go with it, so that you can just plug in and within 2, 3, 4 weeks time, you actually have a certificate on the wall behind your desk where you can say to your boss, look what I just did. I just graduated in that. And also go back to your employers and your bosses and say, can you sponsor me on this course? Because I can improve your business.
Yeah.
It's better to learn how to use it than to worry about not using it, because at one point it will come in and take your job. So learn how to use it so you're ahead of the curve. So when it comes to who is responsible for this? Who is going to be our AI prompt designer? They say, well, Mary is going to do it. Why Mary? Mary has done all these courses and she has a certification as well. So this is important. This is really, really important. So send us your details. If you're interested in learning more about how to become a Vision Africa partner, and you want to leverage some of the soft approach that we're taking with our partners. A partner is somebody who recommends us on to their friends and family, their colleagues. This is how we do it. We don't want to go out there and put splashes of, adverts. If you're interested in that, put a yes in the comment. We want to give you an opportunity to come in and actually spread your cost and give you training. And also you have access to some courses that we may be able to subsidize for you. And as you learn, you have an opportunity to eventually maybe join the team as a trainer, as an instructor, doing what Mr. Modi is doing. Unfortunately, we don't have access to Mr. Modi all the time. Eventually, we're going to have to do it ourselves. So, I don't have time. I know the board, all these guys, Richard is on, Dan is in Dubai doing whatever he's doing. Chairman is busy running different companies. Our CEO is all over the place. He just came back from India from an AI conference. So none of us have the time to actually sit here and do this every day, but maybe you do. Or maybe we can find a way to compensate you. So if you're interested in working with us as a partner, as eventually working as a facilitator for these types of programs, please put a yes in the comments box, and Mariam will contact you to actually discuss those details with you. But on that note, I just really want to thank Mr. Modi.
Danny, sorry.
Yeah, go
Before
ahead.
you thank, sorry, I'm seeing Mariam, that's your number in there. There's a lot of international people on the call. Is that a Ghanaian? Could you put the entire number in there, please?
Yes.
For a lot of internationals. And is that a WhatsApp number that we could still communicate with you on?
Yes.
That would be really helpful. And then also I noticed that there will be the provision for people, I imagine, Danny, to still ask questions after this, because there was a lot of questions in there that probably didn't get answered. But we should be able to continue answering some of those questions afterwards as well.
Yes, 100%. And this is a recorded session. So thank you, Cliff, for that. So we're going to do that. And yes, it's very, very important that we remember we're international. We got people here from Ghana, from Canada, from the US, from Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania. We have Cliff and I in the UK and a few other people. So there's people from all over the world. And of course, Mr. Modi and Setula in Singapore, and there's people from all over the world. So if you could kindly put your number in there. And those who said yes, I can see that you're saying yes because you're interested in being partners or whatever. this is not to take away from why we're really here. We're here to train and educate you. We're not here to say, come and join us and make us money and we make you money. That's just a byproduct of you being part of this ecosystem. And that's the most important thing. So we're going to be holding an induction next week before the event on Thursday. There will be an induction. I think Mariam and I will announce it. It would be maybe a Tuesday. The induction is to go through how do you benefit from being a partner. And being a partner means that you're actually an insider now. So we're working with you. So there's 100 of us here. So if each one of us invites 10 people next week, we'll have 1,000 people. 1,000 people in the call, because with AI, we can change Africa. With AI, we can change your earning potential. With AI, we can give you a business on top. With AI, we can retire you. You may think, oh my gosh, I'm 50, I'm 60, I'm 70, it's too late. No, you can just turn it on today and you can start running a very successful business immediately. We're talking about in a matter of days, you could have customers registering. If you're writing a book, you could have your book written. I mean, I saw somebody on the plane the other time and he was saying, I've been writing my book for the last 3 years. And I said, where have you been? So I put him in touch with one of my friends who is a publisher. And the next week he called me, he said, my book is done. And I said, what happened? He said, this guy helped me. He didn't know you can actually use these tools to write your book or to document your life, because, success is documentation. If you document something, then that historic, if you like, what's the word I'm looking for? That cachet that you have where you say, I am Cliff Thomas and this is what I'm about. People buy into your story, and that story is then what translates into, tangible results. So don't disregard yourself. If you're growing onions or you're growing tomatoes, that's a business. If you're a poultry farmer, that's a business. From laying the egg to actually putting it on a frying pan, there is a process. And if you can, automate that process and have it, rapidly, delivered to the client using the tools, then you have probably 60, 70% more profit in your business. So how does that feel for you? So what did you enjoy about this? Just before we close, just one comment to say, what did you actually love about this session? In the comments box, just put one thing that you loved about the session today. Because I want to say to Mariam and the team and Lewis and the people in the background, CEO, that they're doing a tremendous job, but it's better coming from you. What did you enjoy most? And do you want us to do more of these things? Is there something you want us to do to help you change? Somebody's saying the persona, genuinely mind-blowing. Florence, thank you very much. Patrick said the persona prompt is great. Versatility of what I can do with AI, that's nearly well done. That you can use it right away. Daniel, I see that practicality. So this is incredible. Like it's good to have interactions with yourselves, because if we're just speaking at the screen, then we're not giving you value. Big eye opener, somebody's saying here, very simple message, even to the novice, it's very true, because that's me. I'm a non-technical person, but I leverage technology for everything. Initiative, I think it says, and then we have the integration of education and education with a group of like-minded people who want to change Africa. This is great. These are great nuggets here. More engagement. Also, people want physical sessions. Kindly requesting for another opportunity to redo today's presentation. We're going to be announcing some more dates for these things. These are just synopsis. These are just overviews, just tiny little things. If you had to do the AI prompt engineering course, it's not a 1 day, 1 hour thing. You got to get into it and understand it and really do the testing and really master it. And then you can go out there, and actually start to do some amazing things. Somebody wants to be a facilitator. You're welcome, Martin. simplification of tasks using AI. This is great. And then the great moment, learning something new. Yeah, they're well spent. So it's all positive, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't want to ever take your time for granted. You have been tremendous. Let's make next week even bigger, and really bring in people, because you never know who is going to benefit from this, therefore benefit you. So don't sit on this information. So when we send out the post for this week, in fact, can you put Lewis, put the next week's event on the screen, please, for a second before we close. Just put it on the screen for a second so people can see it. This flyer is going to go out today to all of you. So if you have 100 people in your Instagram, in your Facebook, just post it everywhere. Now, you may say, well, what do I get from that? Okay. What you get from that is your friends are going to be here. Your friends are going to register with us. If you're one of our partners, make sure that you write down the names of the people that you're sending in. And I'm telling you, give them to Mariam. She will capture them. And we're going to absolutely help you. And what we're also going to do, starting from next week, is each one of our partners will have your own website. So then you're able to send out a link to your people that's connected to you infinitely, like forever. So as long as we're in business and, you want to be part of this, you will have a code that's given to you. So everything that you recommend, whether you're looking for credits, because we do want to travel. Like we have a massive event in Dubai. I don't know if Dan is on the call. There's one going on next week, Mega Campus. 13,000 people are going to be there. We're part of the facilitation team. One of our directors is directly linked to the whole team. There's 13,000 people from all over the world converging in the largest entrepreneurial event in the world. It's in Dubai on the 6th and the 7th. And you're going to have people like James Cameron there, some of the biggest people. This is the guy who made Avatar, Richard Branson, those types of people attend these events, Will Smith. So imagine being in that auditorium and learning from the masters of the game. These are the opportunities that we want to open up to you to be able to, advance yourself, because a better Africa is an AI-driven Africa, because we have everything. We have human resource, very best. We have minerals, we have all of this stuff. We just need structures and systems. Now, technology has given us that. Take advantage of that. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to see all of you next week. So we have an event on Tuesday, an event on Thursday. Tuesday is for our partners only. And those who want to become partners. On Thursday, we have an event with Mr. Cliff Thomas talking about how we're integrating Hyphen Connect into the whole process. So on that note, thank you. Thank you to the chairman. Thank you to all the directors, those who attended. I don't know if everybody's here. Richard, Millie, Josephine. I'm not sure if all of you are here. Mr. Mulondo in Dubai. Mr. Okurut, if I'm forgetting you, please forgive me. Of course, Chairman, CEO Julius, you're doing a tremendous job, all of you. Miriam and Lewis, wow, what a great team, behind the scenes doing an amazing job. Thank you to Setulu and the whole team of GSDC, and of course, Mr. Modi. And thank you to Mr. Thomas for being very patient with us to attend the meeting today, and all the board members for the GSDC that were in attendance today. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you in your esteemed positions, you have been absolutely unbelievable and very patient for staying the whole course. So thank you so much. God bless you. Over and out.
Setulu's hand is up.
She's saying
Setulu's
thank
hand
you.
is up. Okay.
She's just saying thank you. She's very
Okay.
polite. She's
Okay.
just Setulu, do you have something to say? Am I cutting you off too soon? I think she was saying thank you. She was saying thank you. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Danson Mugara over and out. That's it.
See you next
We're
week,
out.
guys.
See you next week. See you next week. Thank you.